Welcome, my friend. Welcome to my craft room. I can't wait to craft with you today. We're going to have some awesome fun and we're going to make a fabulous framed card. So I'm going to flip the screen and then we can see the project. Okay, so throw me some hearts if you're on Facebook. Drop in the comments if you're over on YouTube. Tell me how much throw me some hearts if you love this card. Okay, so this is using the rectangular floral frame, and we've created some of the flowers from the curvy floral frame. You could use the sentiment for any occasion, so it's a perfect card for any occasion. Marla, good morning. Lorna, good morning. Sharon, good morning. It's so good to craft with you ladies. Oh my goodness. So let's make the flowers first. Okay, Lawrence, hi, it's good to see you. You're in Belgium. I hope the weather's nicer over there than it is in here, my friend. I think we're about to get some rain. Okay, so if you don't know, I want to make sure that if this is something for you, I want to make sure that you take advantage of it. For the month of April in 2023, you can get a free die with $100 purchase. Just add that to your cart and it will, at checkout, it will take it off your balance. So all the magic will happen at checkout. So if you've not taken advantage of that yet, my friend, then make sure that you do. What we're going to use today is the rectangular floral frame. Now, I know many crafters all over the world have got these or have just taken advantage of the savings that are the papers, which are still in stock, and those papers are absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to use the frame, and you can see that we've got, in this set, we've got the frame and some flowers. Now, these aren't the flowers that I've used, but you can absolutely use those flowers. And then we're going to use the curvy floral frame stamp and die set. And these are the flowers that we're going to use. Suzanne, you're in North Norfolk. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful part of the country. Linda, good morning, you're in Arizona. Ruth, you're in Australia. So good to see you. Lucille, it's good to see you too. Oh my goodness. I always say this, but this really is one of my favourite things to do, is to craft with you. So let's make these flowers. Okay, what we've done is I have stamped in the carnation red and the leaf green. So you will see on here that I've stamped the green leaf and the petals together, but in different colours. So the spacing on the stamp makes it really super easy to do this, so that you're not stamping lots of red ones and then lots of green ones. You can do this quickly and easily and save time, making sure that we're not passing all our dies through the die cutting machine and spending time doing that. We can do it quickly and easily. Right, so what we're going to do is, Elizabeth, hi, it's good to see you. Oh my goodness, Terry, Joyce, oh friends, it's so wonderful to be here with you. My goodness. Right, so what we need to do is make sure we don't put too much ink down, because you can't take it off, but you can add it if you're too light with your colour. So just using a circular motion, colour your flower, same with the leaf. And then we will put our die over there, the coordinated die, run it through the die cutting machine. And if you're lucky enough to have two sets of these, you can take advantage of the time saving and pass them through with multiples at once. Now, you'll see that I've got a green set too. Oh, Jana, good morning, Suzanne. Yeah. Gillian, good afternoon. You're in Newark. Oh, my goodness. My friends that are here from the UK, I really hope that the weather's a bit nicer for you than it is for me here in York. It's really grey and it really looks like it's going to rain. However, we make the most of it, don't we? Because when it's raining, it's great crafty time. So I don't know about you, but when it's raining and snowy and miserable, it's awesome just to be in the craft room. Right, so just going to do the same thing with these green ones. Now you're going to say to me, Liz, why have you stamped the petals and flowers in green and coloured them in green? Great question, because if you look at this floral posy, you'll see I've used the green petals to act as leaves underneath here. So I want you to make the most out of your flower stamps and dies, and this is a great way to do that. If this is a set that this is all you've got, then it's a great way to make sure you can do your leaves without cutting out lots and lots of these little individual ones here. Okay. Elizabeth, the UK is what it is. Every season in one day. Oh my goodness, my friend. Yes. Yes. Right, so when they come out of the die cutting machine, we have our flowers like this, our petals. What we're going to do is I'm going to bring my red back in. So I've got my red and I am just going to come over the edges with my dauber, just like so. Now, this is a set that doesn't have a mould. These flowers are part of the frame, and it means that we get to hand shape these flowers, which is awesome. So it's a perfect set if you're a beginner crafter or an advanced crafter. So I know that because you've all got these, I'm so excited to see what you're going to make with them. My brain was firing off the other day and I was thinking, my goodness, wouldn't this look amazing as the top of a box? And this was clear so you could see through into the box. So I might actually make something like that soon. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to turn over our petals and we're going to run the shaping tool down those petals, just curving them up like so, and then we're going to turn them over and push down in the middle. So that's all we're going to do with these. Now the green ones, because they act as leaves, if we're just going to turn them over and gently do that and not push down, because we want those a little bit flatter. So the flowers, are they part of the rectangle floral frame? No, there are some that are part of the rectangle floral frame. And that's this one. These are from the curvy floral frame. My goodness, tongue twisters, aren't they? So these two sets have both got flowers in. There is a third set, which is the oval floral frame. And isn't this gorgeous? This is beautiful. And this has a sentiment in it. Now, this I created this as a live when this collection released. And this has got a gorgeous sentiment in it. And it is just literally just stamped. You know, and you can see the frames are just stamped. They've not been coloured or anything. It really does make for lots of different projects. Suzanne, you saying the frame's beautiful and would make lots of different projects. My goodness, yes, wouldn't it? Lucille, you're very welcome. This is the beauty of us being live, that we can interact and ask questions. And what I will do is come back in if I missed any questions, and I'll make sure that I answer any questions if I miss them. The curvy, Liz just said it. Yes, the curvy floral frame. Yeah. Okay, so these are really easy to come together, and what we're going to do is I'm going to put my hot glue gun on. So I'm not sure if I said it, but the green ones you're going to shape on the back, but not as defined. So when you're not going to push them down in the middle, so you can see the difference. See how this one's much flatter and this one's much more shaped. Okay, right, next step is I'm going to put some stamens through. Now, I did have my piercing mat, but I don't find it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pierce a hole through, and I'm going to push that through. Now, I like to use my golf tool. If you've crafted with me before, you know that this is a tapered tool. So if you're putting lots of stamens through a flower, you can push the flower further up here to get a wider hole to push those through. Because we are only going to put a small amount of stamens through here, I'm not going to go too wide. Right, so the stamens that I've used. So because I'm keeping the colour tones, this one goes really well with my frame, which is stamped in Forget-Me-Not ink. Okay, so I'm using these, which are the pastel small stamens, and this colour is just absolutely gorgeous. The colour combo is really beautiful. They kind of stand out beautifully. I don't know about you, but I've always kind of gone for yellows as my stamens, because stamens are yellow in nature. But these are our flowers. We can do what we want with them, can't we? Okay, so what we're going to do is just thread our stamens. Now I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those stamens that I'm just pulling through, that I put on a wire just to pull through there. Now the smaller ones, the smaller flowers that we're going to use, I've only got 1 thread in, so that there's 2 little ends sticking out. So we'll just put some hot glue on the back. Elizabeth, you're saying that your favourite of these is the Curvy collection. Yeah. So I'm intrigued. Which frame is your favourite? Drop in the comments and tell me. So Elizabeth said hers is the Curvy. Oh, it's really hard. My goodness. I would say mine is the rectangle one that we're using now. If I had to, really had to say. Okay, so you can see that that's come together really beautifully. And we just put some hot glue on the back so that when we trim this down, the stamens don't all fall out. Oh, my friend. Don't do what I did. I'd not put enough glue on the back, and my stamens fell out of my flowers. But, you know, that's okay, because we just did them again. Right, so that's our flowers done. And we got the green ones to use as leaves. So, the frame. Now then, as I've already said, we are stamping in Forget-Me-Not ink. Janet, you're saying yours is the oval, your favourite. And now I'm being asked about the stamens. How did I wire them? Great question. So, you know the stamens that have got are wired? Well, when I've cut them off, I keep the pieces of the wire, and then I will just take, so let's take, I said 4, didn't I? take 4 pieces and we're going to bring them together. Lorna, you just made a card using that frame. Oh my goodness, I'm going to go and find that. That's awesome. Right, so I am putting my ends together like so, and then I kind of hold them like this between my fingers, get my wire, bend it over, and I'm going to find the middle, okay, and then just twist, okay, like so. And then that's how we're going to thread our stems through our flowers. Right, okay. So we've stamped our frame. We're going to, now you can do this in one of 2 ways, the sentiment. I am using the special birthday sentiments, and I'm using this sentiment here. So you can either stamp and die cut your frame, so you can stamp it and then lay your die cut over, and then you're going to have this piece in the middle. Now you can either stamp your sentiment on now, or you can stamp your sentiment on when it was die cut. The choice is yours. It's probably easier to do it beforehand. Okay, so we've got our die cut frame, we've got our sentiment, we've got our flowers. Let's put this together. Suzanne, you're very, very welcome, my friend. I'm happy to help. Okay, right, so we've got a 7x5 card base, and then these are all cut from the Floral Frames paper pad, and I've got another piece of card here. Now I do use my Deluxe flower shaping paper for my card bases and my boxes because it's fantastic quality card that has that strength in it to hold up your cards and your boxes. Right, so I've got a piece of the green one, and you'll see I've distressed the edges. Now I'm going to show you what I use to distress my edges. It's one of these tools. Now this isn't something that they stock on the Heartfelt website, but this is just out of my crafty stash. I remember an awesome memory. Tracy Farrer and I were at Creativation one year, and we went off to some of the crafty stores in the States, and I think I must have bought about 4 or 5 of these because I love to distress my edges with them. So yeah, Tracy and I had some real fun that year, my goodness. Right, so this piece is 6 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. Okay. Elizabeth, you said you had trouble stamping it as it moved and wouldn't line up right. Okay, so what I found with stamps and dies that are not 100% solid, as in they've got a hole in them, or they're a tree or something that can move. What I found is, if I lay it down, so I've got imagine this is my stamp block, but I'm not putting it down solid yet. What I do is I get my die and I lay it on top, and I make sure it's lined up, and then press down onto my stamping block. So you can imagine if this was a tree, it could move out of shape quite easily. So that's how I do it, is to make sure that it's in shape. So to just lay your die down over, move your stamp if you need to, you know, push the sides in or whatever it is that where it is that you're having an issue, and then press down onto your block, and then that should all line up. Okay, Marla, you've ordered 2 packs of 50 of the flower shaping card along with 23 paper pads. Oh my goodness, Marla, that is amazing. Wow. Tammy, you've been stocking up as well. Yay! Oh my goodness. So I think we've all been doing that, haven't we? Oh my goodness. I know my husband doesn't know quite how much paper's coming, but you know, between us girls, yeah, there's a few. Okay, so this piece of card is 6.5 inches by 4.5 inches. So we're just creating those mats on here. Now you could cut all the way through these, and you could make it so that there's a shaker or an aperture into the back where the sentiment is. You could make that so it becomes a shaker, or goes all the way through and have the sentiment on the inside. This piece is 6.25 inches by 4.25 inches. Okay, Wendy, you had to get permission to order your extra paper packs. Oh my god, yay! That's awesome. I know that we'll all be chasing the postal guy, the FedEx guy, whoever it is that brings it to you. Mine come by FedEx, and the gentleman that brings it, he's been bringing it to me for 9.5 years, nearly 10 years. The same guy. It's so awesome. He laughs because I run to the door before he can even get there, and I'm always waiting for him, and I say, yeah, I saw you. Okay, so we're going to put some pop dots on the back. Suzanne, what's different about the flower card? So it is created to work in the flower shaping molds. It's a beautiful strength, and it gives fantastic rigidity to any flower. So let me see. This flower, and it holds its colour. Look at this. This flower was made 2 years ago. So you can see how it's held all those crinkles, and held its colour too. It's beautiful, and it's also amazing for watercolouring on. So if you're someone that likes to use watercolour pens, for instance, then it really works well with those as well. So I hope that answered your question, Suzanne. Okay. Right. Julianne, you can make a cutout from the die and on the die cut. Yes, that is another way of doing it. So if your stamp's not lining up, use your waste is what we're meaning. So you make like a template. That's how, I don't know if you remember, years ago, that's how all the stamps used to work before we had these coordinating dies. So yeah, Julianne, that's awesome. Thank you for reminding us of that. Okay, so we're going to just take the backs off. Now these pop dots are absolutely fabulous. I think these are my favourite pop dots, and I may or may not already have purchased some more of these, a nice little stash of these. And the great thing is that they've got these amazing tabs on them now, so that they come off so much easier. But these have got a great depth to them, and a great, when I say rigidity, they hold the height. They're not all squishy and squashy like some can be. Right, I'm going to put these down together. Elizabeth, you need to stock up on the flower card, my friend. Take advantage of the free die with $100 purchase if that's something that you're looking to do. And before it goes. Okay, so we're just going to drop this down. Okay, let's pull that out. I've got that caught. There we go. So just move that around. I put on enough glue so that I had some maneuverability to get this into there. Okay, Jennifer, hi, it's good to see you. Oh my goodness. Oh, Suzanne, you and Elizabeth are friends. Oh, that's amazing. Yes. It's always good to have crafty friends. I don't know about you, but it's always good to be able to craft together. Okay, Wendy, don't forget to stop on the daubers. No, the daubers are awesome. Okay. Tammy, you've taken advantage of the free die several times. I like it. Nice one. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to put our flowers on. And I've just made these little arrangements to put on the card. So just get my hot glue and I'm going to just put this on here. It's okay if we've got some of those blue leaves sticking out, that's all right. So I made these and put them onto a piece of card and then cut it down, that piece of card. But you could absolutely put them as an arrangement onto your card direct. Okay, so that comes together all nicely, quickly and easily, and we'll kind of move that so it's not covering up the sentiment. There we go. So I hope you've enjoyed our crafty time together. It's been real good fun creating that card together, and any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll come back in and answer them in a short while. Friend, I've so enjoyed crafting with you and for our conversations, and I know that we will continue to do this together, and we have lots more crafting. There's 3 collections to come, and oh my goodness, you're going to love them. But before then, make sure you take advantage of that free die. Their free die is awesome. Right, have a wonderful time. I will see you again very soon, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy crafting, my friend. Bye.